Hello, everyone. It's Felicia Marie here, and I'm here with Mrs. Gwen Carr, the mother of Eric Garner. She's here with me today as my special guest. Miss Garner, I'd like to ask you today, how are you feeling? I mean, in the middle of a pandemic situation going on, a gentleman by the name of George Floyd gets into a chokehold with a police officer, and he screams, "I can't breathe." Same situation had happened with your son. In the middle of a pandemic, how overwhelming do you feel?
And it's like adding insult to injury. First, we have to deal with this pandemic where everyone is fearful for their lives. Then we have to deal with the pandemic of the police officers because they've been killing us for centuries. And it's such deep-seated hate in the world. So they think that they can just murder us and get away with it. But when I heard that this young man, George Floyd, had been murdered, it just broke my heart. It just took me for a loop. And I said, oh no, not again. It took me back to that day when it actually happened to me. And I know I was in a very dark place. It was like a dark hole. So we are here again by no choice of our own. And I just want to say they have to stop killing us.
Yeah, this is overwhelming. It almost feels like a war. What do you think that Eric Garner is saying right now? What do you feel that he's saying? What is the energy that you're getting from him during this time? And George Floyd, what are they saying?
Well, I think when that young man started hollering and begging and saying that he could not breathe, and then he started calling for his mom, it was like Eric echoing from the grave. And I just felt so helpless. I felt so for that young man, his family, because I knew what they would be going through. And I knew that Eric was their mom. You have to fight this fight because this is happening all over again. You have to stand in the gap because nothing can help him right now.
And also his mother, George Floyd's mother, is not around. She's deceased. She passed away about 2 years ago. I feel in this situation like you are standing in the gap for George Floyd. Like you are standing in the gap as his mother and standing in the gap for other mothers that have experienced the same situation that may not have been exposed in the media, that of their children being killed or etc. by a police officer. What do you have to say as far as you know, the feeling of how that feels, that all of this is on your shoulders and women are counting on you to ensure that this bill is passed, the Eric Garner chokehold bill, and that this never happens again?
Yes, we never want to see this happen again. And for the way that I feel, when this young man, he doesn't have a mom now, and him crying out for his mom, that just touched me so deeply. And I will stand in the gap for this young man as well as others who never had a day in court, never had a sentence in the papers, and they are the faceless and the nameless. And anything that I could do, I will. I will stand for them. I will fight for them. Anything that needs to be done, I will embrace them and try to empower them. Because now I feel like I'm here to take up that fight. I never met George Floyd, but I feel like I should stand in the gap as his mother as well as others.
And what is the family saying? What is the temperature of their feedback as far as all of this is going on? What have they said to you?
They are very hurt by this situation, as anyone would be. They're still trying to get answers of why their brother, their cousin, is not here anymore. Such a senseless incident. So I just know the pain that they feel. I know it's going to take time for them to even come to grips with it. They will never get over it, especially due to the circumstances. And I can't help but cry for them, as I have for so many other mothers, sisters, and brothers. But with God's help, by them praying and asking God to guide their footsteps and point them in the right direction, they shall overcome, I believe. And any direction they need from me or any of the other mothers that stands with me, they will stand with them also.
Well, we shall overcome, Miss Gwen, and we're with you, and we pray your strength as you fight for justice for your son and fight for justice for George Floyd and all of those young men and mothers that need your support. We thank you for all that you do, and we shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall